Welcome back to Season 2 of the Arcane Journey. I'm your host, Chandler Roberts. I'm the creator of Fearless Fame. For those of you that aren't familiar with what Fearless Fame is, it's essentially my platform as a professional artist. Through Fearless Fame, I have an online shop where I'm able to print merchandise such as apparel, hats, and other prints and things of that nature through a third party. The next venture that I really want to make is into 3D printing. That way I'm able to create truly original works such as small sculptures and jewelry and accessories and things like that, and to kind of collaborate and add to the collections that I already have with the printing. And I also am able to provide design services with Fearless Fame, such as creating logos, tattoos, just any basic custom commission. I hope that this vlog is able to document my journey effectively and able to kind of showcase what I'm doing, and I hope that it provides some inspiration to those watching to also live fearlessly and kind of set their own goals and achieve their own dreams. And I'm very grateful for the support that I've received to this point. In Season 1, I was kind of struggling with the battle of trying to force myself to constantly create content and post every single day and on every single platform. And what usually ended up happening was I would get basically overwhelmed with all of these tiny goals that I was setting and end up achieving very little. I'd only do like maybe one or two of the things that I set out to do. And so this time around, I'm definitely going to take a much more relaxed approach to it and just kind of, as I collect the content, then produce it. So I'm not going to set something like weekly or daily or anything like that. I'm just going to make and produce and see what happens. And I think that it's going to actually allow me to create more than when I was setting way more goals. So it's not actually that I'm trying to do less, I'm just trying to not put that pressure on myself and just allow it to happen. And I think that I'm going to like the results, and once I kind of give it a comfortable time frame, I will decide that that's it for Season 2 and make some changes. Might take a small break like I did in between Season 1 and 2, and kind of regroup and then make a new game plan. But for now, like I said, I'm just going to take it real relaxed and see what we can do. The number one passion project that I have going on for the brand right now is Palm Tree Squad. It's a cartoon that I've been working on since I basically started Fearless Fame in 2015. It's the behind the scenes moments that went into all of the time that I spent at college as I was creating Fearless Fame, and the idea came sort of naturally through design. I just wanted to make a mascot for the brand, so I thought, well, since my favorite animal is a lion, might as well make the mascot a lion. And so I made this cartoon one and was ready to make it for the shirt, but I figured for the design itself it could use another character on the other part of it. And once I made the second character, because since it was based off one of my friends, I thought, well, I should do all of my other friends as characters as well. So that just kind of snowballed and created this small group of characters that I had, and I figured, well, what do you do with a bunch of characters? Make a cartoon out of it. So that's kind of how that was born, and the name comes from what we kind of called ourselves up at Northern Michigan University. So right now I just have a collection of sketches and sculptures and other digital mock-ups I've been really focused on the design of it, and what I really need to be doing is switching over and working on the actual story, because it's kind of been 4 to 5 years now, and I don't really have much of an actual show to show for it. I just have some characters, and so I really want to switch gears and make the writing a priority. And once I have like a semi-final script for an episode or two, then I can really switch into the animation, which will allow me to get more focused on the design again. Like I said, this is a season 2 strategy that I'm going to bring in. Trying to do a lot of writing, and so I won't be posting a whole lot of content around the show for a little bit, but it's not because I'm not working on it. So I think that that's going to be beneficial to the story and the progress of Palm Tree Squad. Alright, I'm going to get a little in-depth on the online shop for Fearless Fame. So brief history. In the beginning, I just sold some black t-shirts that had the simple logo on the chest, and I had to buy those in bulk from Threadbird, and which was a really good option for me at that point, because I had no idea what I was doing and didn't have an actual online presence really at that point. So buying them in bulk and actually having them in hand worked out for me, because I was selling them all face to face to friends and family. And so I bought 100 of them, ended up selling the first like half, so about 50 of them to friends and family, and those kind of went really fast in the beginning, and then there was a little break in between where I wasn't really selling much except for just 1 or 2, because living in a small town, don't have a whole lot of people that are super interested in it yet. And this is 2015, and so once I got to about 70 sold, Tony Cutler ended up buying the last 30 from me so that he could resell them in Boyne City High School's school store, and that's where I graduated from. So it was a really cool full circle moment where I was able to have something of mine be sold in that store, and because I actually designed the original logo in art class, in Mr. Beckering's class, and so it was cool that it was being sold where it was created. And so after all 100 are out of my hands, I was trying to design a second shirt to go, and but I didn't really want to buy all 100 again like that. I'm not sure if, because now I'm not going to do just a simple logo. I'm going to actually put some design into it, which ended up making the crest shirts. And the way that I figured to do those was an online campaign where you get so many people to pre-order them, and if you hit that mark of a minimum order, which was 11 for this particular situation, and once I sold that, then they would be printed. But if they didn't reach that, and it was for a timed period, so if they didn't reach all 11 sold in, I think it was like a month, then they weren't going to be printed. So I actually had to do a little bit of marketing and selling and all that, and we were able to hit the minimum, which was cool. So they did get printed, and those were a little bit more exclusive because not as many were made. So those are kind of I called it the family crest shirt, and so it was really more of a family that has those shirts. And then after that, I kind of stumbled upon Shopify, and then I was actually able to just create the file digitally, whatever design I wanted, and upload it online and put them onto some digital mock-ups onto the products that Shopify can print for me, and they handle everything from there and on out. They through other apps that I can get on Shopify, such as Printful. That's kind of my number one that I use. They're able to print everything for me and ship it for me, so I don't have an inventory filling up my room, and I don't have to worry about minimums because it's just print on demand. So that's a really nice way of having things work for me right now. One thing that I would like to do a lot farther in the future is to actually have my own manufacturer. That way I'm able to set the prices a little lower, because right now I'm kind of restricted on my pricing. I have to make sure that I cover Printful's prices and everything, so I only have those couple dollars of profit that's made, but I do get to set that final price. But I'm trying to keep it on the lower end right now because I want to get as much out there as I can, and I don't want to charge people, because the idea behind everything is that we're inspiring people to be fearless, and I don't want that to come at a financial cost. I just want them to be able to have some gear, feel a little more energized and a little more courageous, and then go out and do something. And I don't want the cost of that to hold them back, because we're not high-end brand. It's not what I want to be about. I just want to be about the action. So if I'm able to have my own plant or factory, whatever you want to call it, something small, where I'm actually able to produce everything and handle the print, and because the print quality and all of that stuff, because I sometimes I don't really know how it's going to turn out. I just upload the file and send it on its way, and people buy one or two of them, and they're the first to see it. I'm not the first to see it, so if something looks weird or if it printed not the best, according to what I'm trying to design, because all the prints I do like how, or I like the product that Printful and Shopify offer. It's just about having transparencies in my design. Those don't really print well, and so that's something that I don't have full knowledge of right from the beginning, and would really like to have that be an option in the future. And so since I found Shopify, I'm able to produce a lot of various designs, and so I'm not limited to these one campaigns and hope that they sell. I can just produce and produce and produce and produce, and if they sell, cool. If they don't, I can drop them or just leave them on and hope that they sell later on. For me, that's the hunt. I'm trying to see how many designs I can make before it's all said and done. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, you can go to fearlessfameshop.com. I'm constantly updating the collections, so keep checking back every now and then to see if something new's out. I also release everything on social media to let them know when something new's up. Also be on the lookout. We're going to be doing some collaborations with some of my friends, so that's going to be cool to see some of their art mixed with some of my art and have something that couldn't have been created individually. Brings me into a natural reason to bring up the gallery. The gallery is something new that I want to add to the online shop. So like I said earlier with the online shop, I'm able to do prints, but actual paintings on canvas, that's what I'm working on for the 1K giveaway, because I surpassed the 1,000 follower mark on Instagram. So as a thank you, I just want to make some sort of, I'm trying abstract, and it's going okay. So yeah, it's not done yet though. So what you saw, that's unfinished, but I'm gonna be releasing that as a giveaway. So be on the lookout for that. And but the gallery is where I want to have stuff like that available. And because over last year I was putting some of my own paintings into Freshwater Studio. It's an art gallery here in my hometown, and I actually sold a painting. So complete stranger was interested enough in my work to purchase it and take it home, and that was a really cool moment for me as an artist, and gave me the mental green light to make this happen, do an online version of it. So I'll also put stuff that's, clay sculptures, but other types of fine art, and these one-off original pieces. Also an area that I would like to put my friends' artwork in, so that they can have their own platform to sell it. And I don't want to take a commission off of it. I just want them to have a platform to sell their art as well. And I think that that'll be really cool for everyone involved. One thing I'm passionate about outside of the art world is sports. Currently, at this stage in my life, I'm mostly involved with just two sports, wrestling and football. In wrestling, I'm a coach, and in football, I am an athlete or a participant, competitor, whatever you want to call it. And coaching has been something new and a very humbling experience. I've been involved with Boyne City's wrestling program. I did 3 years in high school, and then once I graduated high school, up until now, I've been just kind of in an assistant position, where I just kind of come in and provide a sparring partner for people when they have odd numbers in the room, and just kind of coach them through some of the moves and experiences that I had in school, but never as a head coach up until this year. But this year it was for the middle school program, because I've always helped with the varsity program, and so this year I took on the middle school program, and I really liked it. It was a little nerve-wracking at first because I wasn't sure how it was going to go. I didn't know if coaching was something, or head coaching I should say, was something that was for me, but it turns out it is. And I've been given a lot of support along the way from Bob South, and from my mom, and from other people in my life, and so I thought that this was worth a shot, and we're one season down. I hope that all of them come back and wrestle again next year, so that I can be the head coach again, because the group that I had, they're all in 7th grade, so they'll all be in 8th grade next year, which means we basically get the same team, and we can pick up right where we left off, because in the beginning of the season I had some of them that have never wrestled before, so I had to explain the sport, explain the rules and all of that. But starting next year we can bypass all of that, with the exception of if we have new kids join, which we obviously are hopeful of that. But right now is the time of the year where I'm switching over to football season, because the wrestling season ended. It's going to be an exciting season, I believe, because this will be the year that I get to play for the Panthers, Northern Michigan Panthers, out of Petoskey. So travel is going to be a lot nicer for me. Last year I played for a team in Traverse City, so that drive is drastically reduced for me. That's really nice. And then also some of the other benefits that we've got coming. We've got some new jerseys on the way, so a new look, and a new community to have support us, and I'm very excited for what's going to happen with that. This will be the second year that I've played in this semi-pro league, and I'm just having a lot of fun. I didn't think that I'd be playing football again, and after graduating high school, so this has been a lot of fun for me to just get back out there and play, because I'm not out there trying to progress my career as a football player. I'm just trying to stay in shape and have a good time, and but I am a competitive person, so I am giving everything I've got when I'm out there. It's not slacking off and taking it all as a joke. I'm out there trying to compete and win, and I think that we're gonna have a really good year. I really do. That does it for this episode of the Arcane Journey. If you want to stay up to date on all things Fearless Fame and myself, all my social links are down below. You can also just search Fearless Fame and look for the logo. Until next time, this is Chandler Roberts signing off.